Dulles Airport was dedicated on November 17th, 1962, and I was there. And after 3 or 4 years, it became evident that Dulles was a white elephant and needed some help.
The Committee for Dulles was formed and organized as a result of an overture from the manager of Dulles Airport, who said, "Can you local business leaders give me some help in elevating the profile of this airport?"
5 incredible individuals: Hal Launders, Fran Latin, Verlin Smith, Paul Reiber, and Bill Klain.
My mentor, Verlin Smith, invited me to come out to the Committee for Dulles. He told me it was a group of people that had formed to protect the economic viability of the Dulles Airport and its environs. I'd like to quote him from a 1960 marketing brochure where he stated, "The Dulles International Airport Access Road will provide a show window for persons from all over the world going to and from our nation's capital."
They had the ability to see the future of Dulles Airport and what it could do for our region and for our state.
It was not just an airport, but an economic region. And we had the ability to play an important role in how that region was going to develop.
This international airport was a unique resource which, if properly exploited and promoted, could generate a lot of prosperity and economic growth for the immediate area.
So in other words, where there was going to be residences, and more importantly from the business side of it, is how the business economy around the airport was going to evolve and mature.
Noise control, roads, all the things that have helped Dulles Airport grow and have helped the businesses grow around Dulles Airport. That's what the Committee for Dulles focused on, and that's where we've been of help.
The airport survives and exists for the community, and to know that we have the community as embodied in the Committee for Dulles there to support us is really, really important.
Committee for Dulles was put on the map in 1976 when Mary Waters arrived. There wasn't a politician, a business person, a general manager of a hotel, or an airline representative that didn't know Mary Waters.
Mary did so much for the Committee for Dulles and was so instrumental in promoting Dulles Airport in her public relations firm.
She had incredible charisma, and she had the ability to bring people to the table. Amazing woman, one of a kind, and a dear friend, the heartbeat of Dulles Airport.
As a member of the Transportation Committee of the Virginia Senate, I co-sponsored legislation to build a toll road in the Dulles Access Road right-of-way out to the airport. And that was a major shot in the arm for Dulles.
Dulles Airport was a forgotten piece of the Washington air transportation system, that there was no one within FAA who had even the slightest idea of how to market and grow a brand new futuristic airport.
We couldn't advertise. At least every time we did, we'd end up with problems, congressional delegations would get upset in that.
The first accomplishment was the creation of what has now become the Washington Airports Task Force.
So a group of local businessmen were looking at Dulles and saw it sitting here and pretty much underused, and said we need to do something, got together, formed the task force to go out and market the airport for air service.
That then, several years later, led to the initiative to transfer the airports to a multi-jurisdictional authority, which is now known as the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority.
Once MWA took over, Committee for Dulles' mission to foster and promote Dulles Airport was solidified. We are very proud of that relationship, even today under the leadership of Jack Potter.
They're able to provide a voice that we simply cannot. And so it's a role that is extremely valuable for our airport. It's an extremely valuable role for government entities in the sense that they're able to get an unvarnished view of the airport's authority, and they're able to understand what's necessary to keep it contributing to the economy of Northern Virginia.
Committee for Dulles for 50 years has been in the forefront and in a leadership position of providing us legislators who were from the area, helping us to educate the rest of the legislators about how important it was not only for us in Northern Virginia, but for the entire Commonwealth of Virginia, that the economic engine up here was also an economic engine for the entire Commonwealth.
My proudest achievement was being chief sponsor of the Route 28 Transportation Tax District, which converted a 2-lane country road, congested, into what you see today. Eventually, we built the first private toll road in Virginia since 1820 with the Dulles Greenway from Dulles out to Leesburg, 14 miles.
DATA was spun off from the Committee for Dulles about 30 years ago. We were started there because the committee always had a vision that this area remained an economic vitality around Greater Dulles Airport. So we were created at what's called a Transportation Management Association to get ready for the growth and help reduce congestion. We help facilitate the formation of the Route 28 Tax District. And for the last 10 years, we work to offer residents, businesses, and employers transportation options like riding metro, taking a transit bus, teleworking, ride sharing, great transportation options.
I was involved with the Dulles Airport the government securing the Open Skies Agreement between the United States and Canada.
One of my proudest moments as president of the Committee for Dulles is when the head of the Air and Space Museum, Admiral Engen, along with Lou Schock, the test pilot of the Blackbird, decided to select Committee for Dulles as the organization to announce the building of the Udvar-Hazy Center at Dulles.
There were competing sites across the country, and the fact that we got it here and the fact that we played an integral role in what the Air and Space Museum became, to me is something I'm very proud of.
My term of office during 2009 and 2010 was a time of expansion at Dulles Airport. Some of the big projects that were underway included the new Aerotrain system, the 4th runway, the International Arrivals Building expansion, and the new air traffic control tower.
I think the efforts in helping bring rail to Dulles, along with several other organizations in the region, is probably the most significant thing that we've, as a committee, have been involved with.
I was an early advocate of rail to Dulles, and hopefully I'm going to live to see that achieved in a couple of years.
I think over the years we've widened our focus and realized that certainly the airport has an impact not just on this section of Northern Virginia, but all of Northern Virginia, the state, and even the Washington, D.C. region.
We provide education to the public, to our membership, and one example that comes to mind is the Dulles Matters event that we did. One of the other things that we have done, we do a 5K, 10K run.
The Committee for Dulles teamed up with the task force, and we created the Committee for Dulles Community Outreach. And the purpose is to award scholarships to employees of Dulles or their dependents, and also to help support local nonprofits that are affiliated with the airport. And since 2012, we've awarded 41 scholarships totaling $93,500. And in addition to that, another $65,000 has gone out to the local community nonprofits.
Some of the future challenges include the balance between DCA and IAD. And the expansion at Dulles allows for so much more traffic than it's getting. And it's going to need more airline support, and it's going to need more people to come and travel through Dulles.
Full capacity is 55 million passengers. I believe right now we're at 23 million.
And there's going to be times when the growth of the airport may not be as well received by certain members of the community. And in those cases, it's really important to have advocates out in the community that can tell the airport story.
There's still a long ways to go. They're getting ready to construct another runway, northwest runway.
Right now we have the issue of what's going to be on the airport land back there by the rail stop.
Transportation affects the airport and the airport's growth, and we were certainly part of many organizations that helped to work on that behalf to try to get our Northern Virginia legislators to see the need for a long-term solution.
Right now, the access to the airport comes through the Airport Access Road on Route 28. There's no western access, and it's a very political issue about how many roads and what type of roads get built to and around the airport, so access can be provided from the south, from places like Prince William County, Stafford County, and other areas that would benefit from more direct access to Dulles.
More specifically right now, focusing on additional bridge crossings to get to allow the people of Montgomery County, Maryland, and greater access to this asset and connecting them to markets around the world.
I'm not sure that that'll happen in my lifetime, but I think that's certainly a goal that Dulles Airport, Committee for Dulles and Dulles Airport have tried to promote and encourage.
So I think its longevity and its consistency in its message over time has really been one of the strong suits, and why even today people can look at the Committee for Dulles and go, not why are you here, but we're glad you're still here, because we can look to you as that sort of consistent advocate for the airport.
The only way that we're going to grow the airport and continue to grow the economy is by working together. And the Committee for Dulles has helped do that for years, and I'm counting on them to do that going forward.
Congratulations to the Committee for Dulles for 50 years of outstanding service to the Commonwealth of Virginia.